Good morning, everybody, and Merry Christmas to Duck fans and a lot of college football fans across the country. Fall camps opened up today a lot, all over the place. So, without further ado, here we go. Okay, me. I'm more of a guy that waits for the fall camp to be over to really start assessing where we are. You get the two deep, you get your 1 week from the game, and that's when, to me, everything starts coming together. And fall camp starting, that's a huge milestone in the off season because you got 3 weeks now to get your team ready for the season. Get figured out what you need to get figured out. Each team prospectively has different stuff. And for Oregon, mainly defense, quarterback. And more so defense, in my opinion, than quarterback, because I feel like no matter who is behind center come September 3rd, is going to be an extremely capable player, whether it be Dakota Prukop, the FCS transfer, or whether it be Travis Johnson, the redshirt freshman. There's great arguments for both there. I'm neither nor. I mean, I was a Prukop fan when he decided to come here in January, and now, man, I've been really hearing a lot of the Johnson bandwagon piping up, and I'm starting to like it. I'm starting to like that idea of having a redshirt freshman go in and start on a year where the expectations aren't very high, at least for a lot of people outside the program. I don't know about you guys, but I have high expectations for this team. I have high expectations for my team every year. I don't consider this a rebuilding year or a transition year at all because you look at the offense besides the quarterback position, loaded. I mean, you have top three running back in the country. You have top five wide receiving core in the country. You have one of the best tight ends in the country before he got hurt. He's been killing it in practice. I just can't wait for Farrell Brown to get back into Autzen and shown the appreciation that this fan base has for him. Coming back from that injury at the rate that he did, I mean, he probably could have played at the end of last year. That's how scary that was. If we had needed him, he probably could have played. That's how scary that was. Is that he was that far ahead. We didn't need him. I'm really glad we didn't. But Farrow is just one hell of a kid and one hell of a player, and I can't wait for him to have a good year this year. Offensive line, it's going to be pretty good, man. You got some. We were really deep there last year, so it's going to be really great to see those guys really mature. I think we're going to move Crosby from right or from left to right. Excuse me. We lost a right tackle. But I would really prefer to keep Crosby at left because that's blindside, new quarterback. Put the steady guy in there. And as long as Cameron Hunt isn't on the offensive line, we're going to be solid because that dude is a false start machine. All Duck fans know the issues Cameron Hunt has. Zach Hansen is going to be the new center by all accounts. He has just been killing it in summer workouts. He's going to be solid. Doug Brenner, he proved himself in the Alamo Bowl, not center material. Defensively, this is where my head is. This is where I am focused. I know we're going to be good offensively. I'm not worried about offense one lick. You're set at offense. You're loaded. And you go to the defensive side of the ball, you got a lot of talent, but a lot of unproven talent and a lot of talent that's got some question marks around it with being the 113th ranked defense last year in the country, all said and done. That's going to change. Brady Hoke is coming in here and making changes, making waves of changes in this program. In recruiting, number one, we have been hitting the recruiting trail defensively harder than I've ever seen it, and it's so exciting to see that. I just have a feeling that the whole mantra of the defense is going to change. Us as Duck fans have been clamoring for a ferocious defense to go along with our aggressive offense. We want a defense that is going to unleash the beasts, if you will. I mean, if you had put DeForest Buckner in a 4-3 and only had him choose between, focus on one gap instead of two, I shudder to think at the stats he would have accumulated. Scary. Beyond scary. Oh, and Kiko. Man, Michael Clay. Imagine those linebackers in a 4-3. Holy hell, dude. It would have been insane. So now, us as Oregon, we have recruited pretty well defensively. Not great, but pretty well defensively. We have some talent there. Definitely have some talent there. Now it's time to harness that talent and just bring it all together. Now, Oregon has never will never have a top 10 defense. It just won't happen. It's just not who we are. But it's really hard to have a really good, great offense and a great defense. It's really hard to balance that because the offense is doing their thing so great that the defense is on the field more. Makes more chances for the other team's offense to make plays. So I don't expect Oregon to have a top 15 defense. I don't expect them to have a top 20 defense. But top 40? Top 45? You put a top 10 offense with a top 40, 45 defense, you're going to win some ball games. You're going to beat some people. So I just am really looking forward to some changes. And even if it is gradual, okay, maybe I was wrong this year. But the change is growing, and that's what's exciting. And fall camp is the beginning of that change. But I still expect to win the North. I expect to compete very heavily for the Pac-12 championship, and I expect to compete very heavily for a playoff spot. Whether that happens or not, it's not up to me. It's up to the players at Autzen Stadium today. So with that, as always, go Ducks. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your fall camps, and see y'all September 3rd.